The end of 2024 is just around the corner, and we're on our last Monday with the Mayor of the Year.
Yeah, tonight we're joined by Lawton Mayor Stan Booker for a look back at the year's highlights. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Mayor.
All right, thank you for having me.
Sure. 2024 was a momentous year for the city of Lawton, from the CIP to your own re-election. What's one major highlight that you'd like to put a spotlight on for this past year?
So I don't know how you can put one point on anything. We've done so much. We promised even more in 24, and we delivered. We've done things like the 40 wins for the citizens. Never before in the history of our city have we had 40 street projects in 1 year, and that's just the mill and overlay program. The Aquatic Center starting is huge for the city of Lawton. Our utility drive-through, many people won't have to get out and come in City Hall to pay anymore. Gore Boulevard's nearing completion. Excited about that. Goodyear Boulevard, Phase 1 nearing completion. I-44 pedestrian bridge. Our water lines, especially along Cash Road, but even in our neighborhoods, which will stop this 800 water breaks a year, cut it down to where it's much more manageable. And of course, I could go on with a few more. How about the transparency portal, where we show everybody how every dollar is spent on the CIP? We've always been transparent, but now we're proactively transparent, where you have the information at your fingertips. And here's a big one. Prairie dog relocation. And I'm so proud that we found a solution for the prairie dogs instead of having to exterminate them.
Okay, then. Well, now, we talked about the CIP just a moment ago. You mentioned that. I know you're excited about it. But now let's talk about some of the things that will be funded with that CIP.
First of all, I've got to tell you, the passage of the CIP, by the numbers that were there, shows that we have a community that has a passion for progress. And the things that you've seen in 24 will continue in 25, but we will accelerate and do even more. For instance, we'll do Phase 2. McMahon Auditorium's Phase 1's underway. Phase 2 is planned and funded by that. We have a $0.25 dedicated to roads, so you can see a ramp up in our road repairs. We're going to transform Lawton by transforming our roads. And so those are just some of it, but let me tell you, you've asked about Elmer Thomas Park. Elmer Thomas Park, we're going to have an announcement in January that's going to blow everybody away.
All right, then. You were about to ask about Elmer Thomas Park.
Yes, I was. Economic development is always a big topic, and we've seen a number of businesses open in Lawton over the past year, not to mention the expansion of Vista and the addition of Westwind. So tell us the impact that all of these additions are going to make on the city.
So something like 6 months ago, I ran the numbers, and our payroll is expected to be $27 million at the Vista by the end of 26. Since then, there have been more wins. I just haven't rerun the numbers. That's huge and so much more successful, so much faster than we ever anticipated. I believe, I'm thinking positive, that Westwind will make an announcement in our favor soon. Now, that's maybe wishful thinking on my part, because I don't have any inside information. I just believe we've done our part to make that happen.
Okay, now 2025 is coming up, and I know you've got your speech ready to go. You've got, you're ready for the inauguration. Talk to us about 2025.
So we're going to do something a little different this year. My New Year's address, which will be the most exciting New Year's address ever, will be given at the swearing-in ceremony instead of at the council meeting. And then during the council meeting, we will take action on things announced in the speech. And so both of those days are very important. And if I'm not mistaken, my regularly scheduled visit, we're a little off this month, but my regularly scheduled visit is the night after swearing in.
So do you want to give us any hints as to what we might hear in that speech?
It's big.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate that.
While the speech is real positive, the big things are going to happen the next night at the council meeting.
We'll be there, and we'll look forward to it.
It's big.
Happy New Year, Mayor.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Thank you, sir.